Welcome back. Our next woman of excellence is the president of the London Urban League. Her name is Skylar Franke, and she has a number of initiatives that she's going to talk to us about. Let's listen. Hello, Skylar, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So please let Londoners know, what is the Urban League?
Yes, so we're a charity. We've been around for 50 years and we support neighborhood and community groups across the city. And we encourage them to do community events, engage with civic politics, and really try to shape our city so it's a very vital, successful, and sustainable city. So we're kind of an umbrella group of neighborhood groups.
So you partner with other groups within the community and support them in the different events they do? Or
Yeah. So we have 57 member organizations. Most of them are community groups from across the city. So neighborhoods representing, Westmount, the Coves, Old South, Old North. So there's community groups in every single neighborhood. And we run monthly events. We offer some funding for them to run their own neighborhood events. We do some advocacy at the municipal level mostly. We also are known for running all of the all-candidate debate meetings. So the municipal elections coming up this fall, and we'll run all those debates. So a lot of what we do is just getting people really engaged in local civic issues.
nice. And so how can Londoners, whether individuals or groups, become more involved?
Yeah, so we do at the end of the month, the last Thursday of the month from 7 to 9 p.m. We have monthly meetings. We've been on Zoom, of course, COVID, although we'll slowly start to come back in person. And we have different municipal issues and topics that we talk about at these meetings. So anyone can come to those, open to the public, welcome. Individuals can also join the league as members. And then we also have group membership. So like I said, if you're part of a neighborhood group or a community group that's not geographically located, you're able to join as members, and that gives you more opportunities to participate in our funding and our programs. So we welcome kind of anyone from those different areas. And we do have an event coming up at the end of the month. So this month, our topic is about urban agriculture and gardening, which it's the end of March. So we want to get people thinking about spring and getting outside. So we have three really great speakers who are going to be talking about their experiences doing community gardening in the city.
Oh, nice. And so who are the speakers?
Sure. So Christine Metler, she's on our board, but she also is part of Peterville's Community Garden, and that's in like the Oxford Park, Blackfriars neighborhood. And that is the city's first community garden that is entirely managed by the community members. So it's on city property, but the community kind of votes on how to manage that garden. So we've got Christine. We also have Becky Ellis, who she runs a business called Entangled Roots, and she does a lot of herbal concoctions and grows a lot of her own plants and sells seedlings. And the last speaker that we have for the event is Jessica Cordes, who works at Western and does sustainability on campus, and they have a community garden at Western on their campus. So three very different perspectives about gardening, but lots to learn.
Wonderful. And so if a community wants to do a community garden, how can they go about doing that? Do they contact you, or how does that happen?
So if it is on public property, it would be the city, and the city has a really fantastic community garden team. They would contact Vanessa Kinsley, and I'm happy to put them in touch with her. But the city, currently, I think they have over 20 different community gardens located across the city. But anytime that there's an interest from the community in a new one, so if there's like an empty park and 10 residents really want to see a garden in the park, they just get in touch with the city and start working on developing that plan. The city just has to make sure there's enough people that will want it in that neighborhood to make it successful. But yes, they can email the Urban League, and I'll just put them in touch with the person at the city.
Wonderful. And you had mentioned prior to us getting on here that you're doing some advocacy, some special advocacy.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I would love to. So the Urban League, again, like I said, does a lot of municipal focus issues. So the most recent one, we just put out a letter to the city regarding their parking standards. So the city is reviewing essentially, when they determine to make a parking lot for a space, they determine how many spaces they need based on the occupancy of the building. And it hasn't been changed in 25 years. And as we know, Less people are driving, younger people are using like car sharing methods or biking or walking. And with COVID, most people, a lot of people are working from home. So we've been encouraging the city to reduce how many parking spaces that they allocate, and use that for other things like gardens or parks, or use it for actual housing. So our most recent advocacy push was about parking standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information. And, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the community. People are paying more attention now, I think. And so I think that you're going to find Londoners contacting you to do a lot more within the community for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Skylar, for being here, and good luck with your event.
Thank you.